Hi everyone, I'm Sherry Porter and I will be presenting Sexism in Advertising, an issue that confronts women on a daily basis. Since the creation of brands, advertising has been a necessary investment by companies for product promotion. However, in spite of the positive benefits of advertising, there are also some extremely negative ramifications. Products target particular consumers, often by means that perpetuate gender roles and stereotypes. Examples are seen in commercials with women pushing vacuum cleaners, men working on cars, girls playing with Barbie dolls while boys ride BMX bikes. This type of stereotyping creates a divide between genders about who can and should be using what products. As we saw in the movie Mona Lisa Smile, the marketing industry of the 1950s and 60s focused primarily on the housewife and her duties to home and family. Theirs was a very overt form of sexism that received little ridicule, since this role in the home was seen as the ideal for the middle-class white woman of that era. People, both men and women, accepted these stereotypes as normal and expected. They were socialized to tolerate it. Today's sexism, on the other hand, is much more covert and subliminal. Research has shown that if a certain image is repeated enough through television, print ads, movies, commercials, billboards, and especially music videos, society will accept this image as the norm and copy it. It's true, sex sells, but sexism also sells, and we see it targeting the most intimate aspects of our lives and at the expense of women. According to author Rachel Brooks, advertisers use psychology to get into the minds of consumers. The founder of behaviorism here in America, a Mr. John Watson, believed that for advertising to be effective, it should appeal to three innate emotions: love, fear, and rage. He also asserted that people were highly suggestible and obedient. He believed that advertising had to accomplish four things: attract attention, focus the attention on the message, make the consumer remember the message, and cause the consumer to take the desired action. He wanted to isolate the part of the ad that was most effective, a strategy that we see all too clearly in today's use of focused body parts of women. Today's advertisements reflect the dominant patriarchal culture where women's bodies are only objects for male pleasure. It seems directed almost exclusively at heterosexual male arousal. Objectification becomes a serious, psychologically harmful problem when it is demanded of people. And in a patriarchy, these people are almost always women and girls, all the time. And those objectifying and those objectified begin believing that this is how sexual roles in relationships are, should, and always will be. The use of objectified women to sell products not only reflects but reinforces these stereotypes in our society. And we have become so immune, so jaded, because we see it and our children see it every day, everywhere. Stereotypes have become so commonplace that we don't even realize or internalize these messages as being offensive. But what are we, as a culture, promoting when we continue to patronize these sources that infect our minds and the minds of our children? Why are we surprised when we watch The Hunting Ground and see the statistics of on-campus rapes? Why are we surprised that the young women didn't go forward to report the assaults? Because we are over-sexualized, not taken seriously, and clearly we're responsible for the heinous acts committed against us. This objectification is a staple in media and advertising and comes at a high price. We see the social impacts of unrealistic expectations of women. We see women's body image problems and eating disorders. We also see the normalizing and the eroticizing of sexual and domestic violence. There are very negative consequences that result from women being seen and defined in such narrow roles. Men are portrayed as dominant, powerful, more intelligent, more capable, and stronger, while women are depicted as inferior, emotional, less capable, less intelligent, weak, and as passive recipients of the male gaze. Women are the damsels in distress, the caretakers, the cooks, the sex goddesses, the barefoot and pregnant. Black women, in particular, are commonly portrayed as hypersexual with a focused and fascinated gaze on their bottoms, which invokes ideas of black women as wild and animalistic. Many of the products that use sexual visual imagery are hygiene and beauty products, clothing, travel, entertainment, and you guessed it, alcohol. Buy this, get that is the idea. Use Axe body spray and you too will get laid. Wear Guess jeans and women will be all over you. We are bombarded by advertisements, and research estimates that the number is between 4,000 and 10,000 each day for the average American. People are hardwired to notice sexually relevant information, so ads with sexual content get noticed faster than ads about computers or computer products or paper. So the next time we see photos of a corpse-like bloody-lipped model in our favorite magazines, or predatory males among scantily clad women, and get this, an organ donation center touting that becoming an organ donor is probably your only chance to get inside her. We must be aware of the messages we're sending to our subconscious and the nearly unretrievable messages being delivered to the minds of our impressionable children. We can either conform to or rebel against the insidiousness of this disease. We are laying the landscape. Changing the way women and men are portrayed in media is a critical piece in the fight for gender equality. We have a lot of work to do, so let's get busy. Thank you.